Two humorous nurses would like to acknowledge the true custodians of the land in which we record our podcast, the Yorta Yorta people.
We pay our respects to elders past and present and extend our respects to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders listening today. Always was, always will be Aboriginal land.
Two humorous nurses with Callie and Alisha.
Debrief time!
Oh, I'm ready for a debrief.
January 2023.
It's over, mate.
I know, we're in February.
It's my birthday very shortly.
Yes.
Just put it out there. Thank you very much. I love how, sorry, this is a grievance. We've arranged to have a birthday dinner for me on the 17th with all our girlfriends. And then the group chat became about how we'll give the present to our other friend.
Yeah.
At my birthday dinner. So that was nice.
Well, it's a joint birthday dinner because
Well,
there's two of you.
Well,
and
yeah.
also for Jess. So it's like
and
three
for Jess.
people.
Yeah, it's like three.
So anyway.
No, we went for breakfast for Jess.
we're just doing, yeah. Okay.
Anyway,
it's dinner. We'll just give you a present too.
Whatever.
I'll give you something.
Fuck off. Don't give the shit present giver a present.
I'll just buy you a plant.
Anyway, need to debrief. Oh, so because I'm now a clinical support nurse and work in education, I've been a part of orientating our new grads, which has been nice. Yeah, a bit of something different for me. It's been so casual. I love it. The poor ward's been short-staffed. I'm like, oh, sorry, orientating grads. What a joke. It's like, and my manager really wanted the two of us to be there, and I'm like, I had a great day, but it's definitely a one-person job. I don't know that we needed both of us, but we had a good time, and the grads, I think, got a lot out of it. But I feel like you just scare the shit out of them.
Yeah,
You're just telling them all these things.
You overwhelm them.
You do, don't you? Yeah. But then you feel like you got to fill 3 days with orientation. Like I could get it all done in one. Efficiency.
Yeah. Well, but that's a lot of information to take in one day.
Oh, but a lot of it, you think. I kept saying, cross that bridge when you get to it. Because, so many things.
Those poor grads are going to get to the bridge and think, how the fuck do I cross this? No one told me.
Things like quality, cross that bridge next year. Just do as you're told. Look at your policies and procedures. Yeah, things like that. And I think it is hard, though, because you get these grads and in every other hospital it would be the same. But they're going to be responsible for post-op joint replacement patients, and they've got spinals, and they need to be doing good, thorough assessments on these patients. And so then I'm trying to talk a bit about that, and you can just see their eyes, they're just shitting themselves, while I'm talking.
Yep.
And I'm like, but we're going to be here to support you. And I guess that's the benefit at our hospital is that the clinical support, we literally are there, and we're literally on the floor with them, working with them and picking up their patients.
Thank God.
Yeah. So it's been good. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then I had to do a buddy shift with the grad on the Friday because the ward was short-staffed. So I'm like, oh, well, I'll come in early and we'll just work. I'll just be your buddy.
Yeah.
So they obviously allocated me to the load. So I literally had an unstable, very symptomatic palliative patient who was,
palliative,
very palliative. A patient who is also palliative but needed a blood transfusion, a post-op joint who was day 1, I think, and then 3 insulin-dependent diabetics that were all unstable. I'm like, did they allocate the grad to this load or me to this load? Because this is really bad.
Unfair.
Really bad. And then a girl on the other side has 5 discharges and is floating around like, can I do anything? I'm like, hell
actually,
yes,
you can. Here, take some patients.
And I got my grad to do everything, which I think she was happy. I literally was like, I'm going to be as hands off as possible. And she did so well considering the terrible load we'd been given.
Did you sit in a chair while she was doing stuff? I hate it when
God, no.
buddy nurses do that.
God, no.
That was me. I'll just sit here and watch you do it.
God, no. But I was making her delegate when people were coming. She's like, I think we're okay. I'm like, no. Look at her, look at your list and tell her what's next because she can go and do it now.
That's exactly right. She's asking you.
Take those. Yes.
Start on your first day. Yes. Delegating, mate.
If people are coming to you, it means they're doing nothing.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I've been on 2 weeks off.
Yeah. I didn't even know you were taking those holidays,
No, Nah, well, I think I just booked them and then was like, oh.
Good on you.
Yeah, it's been so good. I've had because it was school holidays, and so Amelia and I have been I've been educating her on early 90s movies. So we watched Legally Blonde, which I forgot how good it was.
It's amazing.
Oh my god, bend and snap. Amelia's
Summers
like,
after 12, pick up all my friends.
and then we watched Legally Blonde.
Clueless. Mean Girls.
Mean Girls. We watched Mean Girls. We only watched half of Clueless.
Why?
Amelia got bored. I know.
Blasphemy.
I know. But Mean Girls was good. She loved Mean Girls. And then we watched 10 Things I Hate About You.
Yes.
Yesterday we watched 13 Going on 30 with Jennifer Garner.
Yeah.
Or Suddenly 30.
I don't know why it's got two titles.
Yeah, I know. It's changed its name. And it says Suddenly 30 on Netflix, but when you go into it, the title is 13 Going on 30.
Yeah, it's strange.
So we've got a big long list of movies to watch, like all the old, all those old ones. And she was like mind blowing that there were movies in like 1993.
Oh my god.
Oh God. She's like, how old were you? I was like, older than you think. And
Do you know what's funny about this is that when I got with Mick, he educated me on 80s movies because I'd never seen any of them. So we did like Back to the
Breakfast
Future.
Club?
Oh no, I had seen like the John Hughes ones I'd seen.
Yeah.
But things like Back to the Future, the Rocky movies, Beverly Hills Cop.
Teenage the werewolf one with Michael J. Fox.
Oh, yeah, I can't
Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf, yeah. Just all of those ones. Like Mick was a big fan of like, you know, and Bill Murray movies. I was like, who the fuck's Bill Murray?
Groundhog Day.
And Ghostbusters and Groundhog Day. You're like all of those. And Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze. Like all these like old action or like comedies. And
when was Thelma and Louise
because we literally
out?
are not a generation, but we're like nearly 9 years apart in age. So it was like he just, you know, my mind was blown.
And I've also, while we're on the topic of like TV and movies, I have been obsessively watching Taskmaster. It's a British game show.
Yeah, I watch it all the time.
With
It's
Greg
great.
Davies, who's now my new love of my life.
He's from the In-Betweeners.
Is he?
Yeah, he's the principal or the
watched The
teacher.
In-Betweeners.
Yeah.
And so I laugh now that I really want to have a threesome with Greg Davies and Louis Theroux. It would be intellectual and funny.
That's not why you have sex with people.
No, but it would be so good.
No. That is wrong.
Just so funny. And maybe little Alex Horn. He's Taskmaster assistant.
Louis Theroux I can understand because he's kind of got that sexy nerd vibe going on. Who's the other guy? What's his name?
Alex Horn.
Alex Horn.
Little Alex Horn. Anyway, I'm obsessed. I've watched 7 seasons.
Oh my God.
Cam is so over it.
On ABC?
No, it's on Foxtel, so binge.
Oh, right.
But the Aussie version just come out this week.
I'm excited about that actually.
Yeah, I watched it the other day.
Because I love, who's the guy from Hard Chat? What's his name? Fuck, he's so funny.
Tom Gleeson.
Yeah, Tom Gleeson.
Yeah.
He's so funny.
Actually I laugh, and I'll give away a little bit if you haven't watched it, but Jimmy Reese, they have to bring in, so the premise of the show is it's like a game show. It's the same 5 contestants and they do absolutely ridiculous tasks to earn points. The first task is to bring in the prize. So every person has to bring in the prize for whatever they decide to bring in. So it can be like whatever they're given. So they had to bring in, I can't remember what they had to bring in, but Jimmy Reese brought in a tweet that said, I would have loved Kitty Flanagan to host Taskmaster, but I guessed Tom Gleeson was the logical choice, right?
Right.
And then Tom Gleeson comes on and he goes, well, I mean, this is Australian TV and I am a white male. So of course I'm going to host it. And I was like, yeah, good call. Because everyone, like Kitty Flanagan would have been amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was very funny. And
No, I don't love Kitty Flanagan, just saying she annoys me.
so does Julia Morris, and she's on it, but they don't actually give her a huge amount of airtime, and the others are funny. So
What channel is it
was
on?
good. 10. It's on 10 Play. Anyway, the first episode's out if you want to watch it. So I've been obsessively watching that. Like if I get up, it's like straight on the TV.
And some of the tasks are just, all the tasks, they're totally ridiculous. It reminds me a little bit of, remember on Thank God You're Here, how they used to get them to go out to like car and sell a car that they knew nothing about and like just make shit up. Like it's very improv, like hilarious.
One of the ones that I watched, this is just sticking in my head because I watched it yesterday, was like how many baked beans would it take to go around the caravan?
Oh,
so I had to work out how many baked beans to go around the caravan. And there's always a easy answer. Like there's always something like in the, like I started at the newest season and I'm working my way back. And like, in the newest season, one of the blokes was like, my wife told me to always look under the table. Like always look under the table because there'll always be a cheat or an answer or something. And like in one of the tasks, the literal answer was under the table. And so I saw
one where there was like a giant pole in the middle of like a backyard or something. It was like maybe 3 or 4 meters tall and there was a little cup on the top and they had to get water and tip it into the cup at the top. So everyone's trying everything like mad, like trying to put like a bucket on the end of a pole to lift it up and trying to tip it, and it just wasn't working. And then the last guy just comes along, like grabs the pole and pulls it down because it was like a bendy pole or something, like literally just pulls it all the way down, gets a cup of water, tips it in the top and then lets it go and it just stands up the top and that's it. Like sometimes there's a super logical like answer and then you just see these people overcomplicating everything and it's so funny.
It's the funniest show, and I like.
There'll be random ones where they're like, okay, you have to get from here to there, but your feet aren't allowed to leave the ground.
Yeah.
Or you're not allowed to walk. You can use any other method, but you can't walk. So then they'll be like rolling or like crab walking.
And watching them work it out is often the funniest.
Yes.
Like I have never laughed out loud by myself so hard watching a movie. Like I wet my pants the other day because I laughed so hard. Amelia came out from the bedroom. She's like, are you okay? Because I was like full blown, like I couldn't catch my breath. I was laughing that hard. And it was just that it's so dumb. Like I want to go on that show.
I was sitting there like laughing so hard at my phone the other day that Mick like came out and was like, what is going on? And I'm like, there's a competition somewhere in America. It's called the husband calling competition.
God, I saw that.
And these women literally get up to a microphone. It must be like a state fair or something. They get up to this microphone and they're like, Robert! We're going to be late! Robert! And then this old woman comes up and she's like, Bob, if you don't get your ass up here, just screaming, and they win awards. Like, and it just reminds me, my Alma would have won that because she'd be like, Opa! I think this is an actual competition where these women get up and just scream at their husbands. And it reminds me of every time I get in the shower and I forget to grab a towel. Mick!
I can't.
Can you give me a towel? A towel! Towel!
I gotta wear my pants again. I just lost my glasses. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, that hurts so much now. Oh shit.
Oh, it's just great. I'm gonna see if I can find that video again and put it.
Oh wow. Oh my god, that was too much. Oh, my tummy hurts.
So funny. Anyway.
What else?
What else? Oh, I got cast in the local musical.
You did. You're the dragon.
I'm going to be Dragon in Echuca Moama Theatre Company's.
What's Dragon's name?
She doesn't have a name. Her name's Dragon.
Oh.
Yep. But I sing a song, which is nice. I don't have any lines.
You just sing a song?
Yeah, I'm literally going to come and sing one song and then I think late at the end of the show, because it's an enormous puppet, like I don't dress up as a dragon. It's just this huge, huge puppet, which the puppet is like phenomenal. We're borrowing it from Bendigo. And just incredible. Like, so yeah, at the end of the show, the puppet comes in and the dragon roars. And I'm like, can we just pre-record the roar? Like, do I really have to roar? Like, can't we get an actual like dragon roar and
yeah,
'cause that would be way more effective, I think.
Roar.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like roar. That's probably what they want, really. Give the people what they want.
Rah.
Anyway, so the song is amazing, and it was really hard. Like it's probably the hardest song I've ever sung in my entire life. It's a lot, but it's gonna be really fun. The cast is like incredible.
When's it out?
It's gonna be. We do 2 weeks of shows at the end of May and the start of June. Yep.
Cool, not too far away.
So lock that in, everyone. EMTC's production of Shrek the Musical.
Shrek the Musical. Can't wait.
The Shrek guy, his voice is amazing. Like, apparently the guy who's playing Farquaad has come from, like, America. And he was doing big shows in Melbourne, and now he lives in Bendigo, and they're not doing a show this year. So he came and auditioned for our show, which was pretty cool. But
we just watched Cam's cousin. She studies dance in Melbourne and had come home for summer. And there's a performing school in Shepparton.
Yeah.
For kids, I guess it's kids or teens
it's
Inside
a
or something. Theatre
company. Initial Stages.
Initial Stages, yeah. So she, they just did Xanadu.
I've never seen that show. Is it a good show?
Well, it's not the whole thing. It was only went for an hour. Yeah. It was like obviously
version.
And it was so good. She doesn't sing, so she just does dancing. But she did like a tap scene, like a solo tap scene, and a solo dance scene in the middle as well. And it was so good. Amelia was like so excited when she came out on the stage. She was like right in front of us, and Amelia was like, "Oh my god, that's Abigail!"
She's famous. That's like when our friends' kids come and see me in shows. Like they are just like, awestruck when they, see you on stage.
The lead wore like bloody roller skates for the whole thing.
Oh my God,
I was
that's
like,
amazing.
oh my God, are you going to fall off? She didn't fall over once. She probably only had like a couple of like little stumbles.
Wow.
And was so good. Like the singing,
skate.
like, oh my God, like their voices were it just puts you to shame because they're like late teens and you're like, oh, what did I do with my life? I probably could have learnt to sing but they're just like so it was so fun. Like it was, it's
cool.
just in Maroopna and it was, nothing
we got tickets
special,
to,
but it was so good.
We got tickets to Moulin Rouge. Me and my Oma are going to go. I'm so excited because we missed it last time and then this time they've come back. So
I really wanted to get tickets to Mary Poppins. I actually had a look last night because the tickets are like $169.
I mean, that's not terrible. Harry Potter's like
yeah, I wouldn't go to Harry Potter. I saw Mary Poppins a few years ago when I was in Perth.
Oh, did you?
But I figured this would be like way better. Yeah. Oh, it was so good. It was so good. And I wanted to take Amelia because I thought, that'd be fun. But then I was like, shit.
It's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Saving Amelia.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how she's going to save when she bought herself bloody $100 Peter Alexander pajamas and $90 face cream. What 10-year-old needs $90 face cream?
She'll stay looking 10 for a couple more years. Yeah. Bloody hell.
We had the best night in Melbourne for her birthday.
Yes.
I took her best friend down and we stayed in this 2-bedroom apartment, which turned out to be the penthouse apartment. It was 2 stories, blew their little minds.
Yeah, that is so crazy.
Like in reality, it's like it wasn't anything flash, but for them, it was like, we had like amazing. A rooftop terrace and she was like, oh my God.
So you've given 10-year-olds like the best memory. Like
it was so cheap too. Like it was so cheap. I couldn't believe it when I walked in. I was like, oh my God. And Millie's like, there's a chandelier.
They're going to remember that forever. And they're going to look back and be like, oh my gosh. Like
we went to Science Works, which was so fun. If you haven't been, it's free for kids and it was only $15 for adults, which I actually thought was like incredibly
cheap.
Priced.
That's really cheap, I would think.
And there was heaps of hands-on stuff to do. It was so fun. And we went into the planetarium and I'm very embarrassed that at 44 and a half years old, I only just learnt about why the moon has its like phases. So I obviously knew the moon has its phases.
It to do with the position of the sun?
Yes, but I thought the moon spun around the earth, which was spinning around the sun, but the moon doesn't actually spin. Only one side of the moon faces the world.
Yeah.
Anyway, I learnt so much. I laid there thinking you're an idiot. I can't believe you didn't know this.
Didn't you learn at school? I learned at school.
Maybe I did. School was a long time ago. Yeah. It's in the 80s.
Before my brain stopped functioning. I
started school in 1984. Come on now. And then I got seasick in the planetarium and I had to sit up at the end.
I would do that too.
Fuck. It was the worst.
Do you lay down in the chairs? Is that
Yeah. And then it was okay for the moon stuff. And then they do a like, what's in the night sky tonight? And then the fucking thing is like whoosh. And I was like, whoa. The girl sat a few seats away from me.
You need to take a Maxilon before you go.
Oh my God. I had to sit up and I was like, I was like starting to sweat.
I'm like that when I watch pimple popping videos and the camera that won't stay still. I'm like, fuck! I don't need this. I'm not watching this to get sick. Like, I really need to focus.
Stay still.
Yeah.
And then we go to the hotel and then we caught the tram up to the shopping centre. And
which shopping centre did you go to?
We went to Melbourne Central.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, because it's got everything.
Yeah.
And so
it's central.
And we were literally staying on Latrobe Street, so it was just straight up in the tram. And so we were like walking around and the girls knew exactly what they wanted and what they were going to get. And Amelia wanted to go to Peter Alexander and then she grabbed these pajamas. I was like, Amelia, they're $129. She got money for her birthday from her grandparents. So she was like cashed up.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't care. They're what I want. And the girl that was working in Peter Alexander, she was so lovely to them. When she was talking to me and I was like, talk to her. She's the one buying them. She has the money. So she like made her, and her best friend was like, I'm her best friend and she's 10 tomorrow. And so yeah. And I was like, so she like this lady that worked in Peter Alexander, she was like so cool to them. Like she was like, took them to the
like
change room.
Them like, nice.
Got them and got a box. Like I think the pajamas came in the box, but like got the box, wrapped it all up for her. Fancy. And like, yeah, it was so nice. And Eden, her best friend, got a nightie that had been marked down. It was like $20. I was like, high five.
Done.
What a deal.
Love this girl.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we went to Mecca. We need to go to Mecca.
Do you like the 10-year-olds want to go to Mecca?
Yeah, I wanted to go to Mecca to get the drunk elephant.
When I was 10, I wanted to go to Rainbow Land and jump around on the inflatable jumping castle shit and fight the inflatable soldiers. Like the
kids these days, I tell you.
I don't get it.
So we go to Mecca, we find the drunk elephant, and I'm like, $90? Not even my entire face program cost $90. Like. And I say to the lady who's working in Mecca who had like full face makeup and her lips and everything, and I said, does a 10-year-old need a $90 moisturiser? And she looked at me and she goes, they all need the $90 moisturiser. It's very in fashion at the moment. And I was like,
Who is setting these fucking trends?
TikTok.
Who?
Influencers.
They need to be reprimanded.
Honestly, I said to Amelia, if you spend that's all your money gone. And she's like, yeah.
How did she feel about the consequence of that? Like, how did she feel?
Absolutely fine.
Was she thrilled that she was able to get the two things that she really wanted?
That's exactly what she wanted. She went and got some pens at the little Asian fun store that had like all pastels. It was very inviting. It had these cool keyboards that I just kept touching. There was another lady and she's like, oh, I just want to do the same thing. I was like, don't start. You can't stop.
Oh, speaking of, I just need to say that yesterday we went to, I don't know where we went. We went to Numurkah yesterday to do this sunflower. We went to Eden Farm. Yeah, so we went and did the sunflowers, and then we ended up going into Home Hardware in Numurkah, and they had a sensory slug, and I went straight to it, and it's like a slug made of these little plastic colourful cups, and you play with it and it moves like a slug, like it feels like a lizard or something. And the lady behind the counter, she's like, I saw them at whatever, they must go to like demo days or something. Yeah. She's like, every single person could not stop touching them. Like everybody was obsessed. So I had to buy one, of course.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I bought one for Ollie.
For Ollie.
It's so cool.
Bought one for Ollie, yeah. Anyway, it was so fun. We ordered Uber Eats, 3 lots of Uber Eats.
Oh my God.
We all wanted different stuff.
I love that.
And then
what an experience you were able to give these girls.
And they're just so fun. The next day we went and parked in the city, which is so dumb. I should have just stayed at the hotel because parking in the city cost me $65.
You're a dumbass.
I am a dumbass. And then we went to H&M because that's where Eden wanted to get some stuff.
Yep.
She wanted to get some gymnastics stuff.
I love this girl. H&M.
I know.
Hunter.
Yeah. Amelia got a Nirvana jumper and Cam's riffing on her like, do you even know any Nirvana songs? She just got it because there's like a tie-dye thing on the front. So he's forcing her to listen to some Nirvana. Yeah. He's like, you can't wear the top if you don't listen to it. So, but no, it was great. It was so fun. And I was so overwhelmed by the time we left the city that I was like, I need to like decompress. And I said to the girls, I'm going to put my AirPods in and I'm going to listen to a podcast and you girls can just make as much noise in the back seat as you want. Just leave me alone.
That's great.
And so I put it in. I listened to a podcast about a man who was mauled by a grizzly bear.
Oh,
it was very relaxing.
You said that to us. You're like, this is really great. I'm like, I'm okay. I'll pass.
It's called. It's on.
It's like that really happened or something like that.
Yeah. Actually, hang on, I'll find it. It's a great podcast series. This is actually happening, and it's so good. And I was telling another friend about it. She's like, look up their Instagram page because there's a photo of his face. Oh. Because he takes a Snapchat. He takes a selfie like after he's been mauled by this bear. I'm going to show you. Are you ready? Live reaction.
Oh, my God. Can't deal with anything traumatic. I've been
It has a
through
warning
too much
thing.
in my
No,
life.
okay, are you ready?
Yeah, go on. Kelly.
How horrific. And this is his face now.
Oh, my God. His face is gone. Holy
Put it back to normal. He
fuck.
almost looks normal.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Anyway, it's very interesting.
That is horrifying.
Horrifying. And
Why would he take that photo?
I think because he had no reception on his phone, and he did a lot of like he tried to do a voice note, but he couldn't because he couldn't speak. His jaw had been dislocated, right? And so he took a photo because he didn't want his wife to not know what happened to him. So he sent text messages and stuff that when the phone went into reception, if he was found, messages would be sent. They would to know like, I love you, I'm so sorry. Because he actually did try and.
Nah, how can you listen to this? Like, no, I would be listening to this and howling. Like, I would not be able to. No,
and it was it made me think about like the power of your mind and what you will do to survive because of the love you have for others. So
do you know that reminds me of like those people on the 9/11 flights, like ringing their families. That's what that fucking reminds me of.
I know. Anyway, it was a great podcast. I highly recommend them. No. It's an amazing podcast series.
Do not recommend. Sorry.
No, you haven't listened to it, so you can't recommend. Yeah. Anyway,
it's so weird because I'm the cold-hearted one, and you are like. You always listen to these podcasts of like these people who've been through incredibly, incredibly traumatic things. And I used to read books like that, like Angela's Ashes and like other ones like just autobiographies. Like but I just can't bring myself to listen to those now. I don't know why. I'm softening in my old age. Ugh. I just listen to podcasts about stupid shit, about parenting, mostly about parenting.
I know.
About how not to fuck up my kid. That's the main thing.
I mean, I feel like we're doing a pretty good job.
We all fuck up our kids, but I feel like limiting the level of fuck up would be good. If it's that if I'm a stage mum, then that's probably the worst thing that will happen to Ollie, I hope.
Yeah.
I already am a stage mum. Yesterday at the
you'll be the mum in like Mean Girls dancing in the aisle.
I already was.
Camera.
Yeah. Yesterday we went to like the local. It was like a festival in town where they shut the street and whatever, and it was really good. And one of our colleagues, Estelle, who is a nurse at our hospital, she's also a part of the photography club, and she saw cool. Ollie like having a nice time, and she's like, can I take some photos because this month is portraits. So she's taking some photos of Ollie, and then Ollie come around and starts patting her dogs, and then she gets up and I'm like, oh, Ollie, look here at Estelle's camera, and I'm like, they're like jumping, like trying to make faces and stuff. And then I'm like, oh my God, Alisha, look at yourself. Like, it's for a fucking like local photography club. She's not going to be a model in a magazine, although she was decked out head to toe in Jamie Kay. I'm like, lucky I dressed her up. Like,
this is why you have to work to afford your Jamie Kay for your kid. Right? Yeah.
Fuck. It's a problem. I've had
not
to like
sponsored.
Reel it in. Anyway, some people like compare their loyalty points like in the VIP group, and some people have spent like $30,000 or $40,000 on these kids' clothes. It's fucking crazy. Anyway, point is, well, that was kind of the point of the story. But then later, so then she goes, oh, next month it's emotion. Like the topic is emotion. And I'm like, oh, do you want me to just make her cry? Like,
I'll punch her if you need me to. Want me to push her over?
it wouldn't take much to make her cry. Like, I'll just promise her, like,
I'll just say no.
just promise her something and then say no.
Never give it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just say no. Anyway, then literally like 30 seconds later, Ollie is adamant she wants to push the pram. Well, when she pushes the pram, she can't fucking see anything, right? So she just rams people the whole time. So I'm like, no. And Estelle's walking past, I'm like, you want emotion? And then here's Ollie like laying on the ground, throwing her head back like, ah! And Estelle, she got the funniest fucking photo.
Did she?
I have to get it off her. It's like with Ollie's face like just horrified. Like it's so funny.
I love that.
Ugh.
I've got pictures from when Amelia was little and it's like, reasons my baby cries. I wouldn't let her eat the raw chicken. She's like sitting there or, like some dumb thing that's going to kill her. She's like,
Ollie
'cause I've,
eats sand a lot.
Oh, they all pick her. They all do.
She'll stick in her hand in her mouth and then whip it out real quick like, I did it. You
She's
can't
so
stop me.
funny. Like on Christmas Eve when she was eating the cheese and you're like, no more cheese. And she would just look at you and shake her head, get the cheese, put it straight in her mouth. And then she dropped it. The dog picked it up, our friend's dog. And the dog picks it up and Bryce goes, Ayla, no. And the dog just goes, bleh, like spits the bit of cheese out and and then Ollie just goes down, picks the cheese up,
wow.
puts it straight in her mouth. I was
Nothing
like,
worse between her and her dog this morning, her and our dog Dixie sitting there eating porridge together. Dixie would like lick it out of her bowl and here's Ollie scooping it, eating it. I'm like, oh, well, it's worse things in life.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, I can't believe we're in February already.
Mate, February.
Anyway, we've got some good episodes coming up. We have the live coming up.
Oh, my God.
And, yeah. We just
Victorian Nurses Luncheon.
Yeah.
Are you...
I don't know if I can come. There's some amazing speakers. I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I'm excited about the speakers, actually. I know all of them.
So jealous.
Like, not know them personally,
No,
but
of
I know
them.
of
Yeah.
them all. So that's good. I'm excited.
I know. I don't think I can come, but
Sucks to be you.
I
I'll be
know,
there.
it does.
I'll have to find a friend.
Yeah.
I might get my cousin to come.
Yeah, well, she'd love that.
She would.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyway. Oh, we're going to the zoo soon.
Oh.
We're going to go my birthday weekend. How's this? My birthday weekend, I'm going to my hometown of Werribee. Well, actually, we're going to stay in Sanctuary Lakes because, anyway, that's a different story. We're going to go to the zoo on the Sunday.
Nice.
Yeah, so it'll be good for Ollie. And because we've got memberships to the zoo, we can get in for free. Yeah.
How fun.
I know. I'm excited.
Yeah, that is
It's
exciting.
been a while. I've been probably been 15 years since I've been to Werribee Zoo. So it'll be good. I'm going to go tenpin bowling as well.
Oh, I love
I
tenpin
know.
bowling.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Just the things you do in Melbourne that you wouldn't do here. Like,
Yeah. Well, we go tenpin bowling quite a bit here.
oh,
actually.
do you?
Yeah.
Oh. You
I
never
might do that
invite
for my birthday this year.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I'll bring my Alma.
Yeah.
She'll
I love
it.
your old one. She's so funny. All right. Well, it's been a good month. Good start to the year.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I've got some other news actually.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and be an after hours manager in the hospital.
Are you?
Yeah, I'll start next month.
Oh,
Yeah.
good stuff.
Yeah, just
Mixing it up.
a bit of a because I've done A&M forever and always been doing after hours managing.
So you're doing actual after hours
I
managing?
will be a
good
contracted
job.
after hours manager.
Well done.
I know. So I'm like, well, I just put in an expression of interest because I wanted to pick up a few more hours and
yeah.
yeah, so
Amazing.
I'm excited. I just want a bit more weekends, get a few more dollars. I want to get new carpet. That's the main.
We're all chasing the dollars, aren't we?
Seriously, it's a struggle at the
God.
moment.
I got to.
And I want to have a really good holiday, so.
I know. We just need to. I need to get over Christmas and Amelia's birthday, and like Cam's like, you need new tires on your car. I'm like, yeah. I just got 2 more, and he goes, yeah. Well, you have 4 car tires,
Four
so you need 2 more. So I'm like, we just need to wait a fortnight.
Yes, exactly.
And then once those tires are done, and I'm like flat out saving because we've got Bali. We're going to Orange.
You
for
going to Orange?
Easter.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
I didn't
What-
know that. Why are you going to Orange?
It's Cam's old town they
Is it?
lived in, and so we're going with
Oh.
his parents to Orange.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so it's going to be
Okay, I've
fun.
never been to Orange.
No, neither have I, but they keep telling me about taking. So I said to Cam, well, fine, take Easter off. Let's go.
You can use all, you know how when people go on family holidays, they all dress the same? Can you all dress in orange?
So, no, absolutely not. But I will say this. I don't know if Cam's mum will listen, but they're on a cruise at the moment,
Yes.
and they're the king and the queen of the cruise, right? So Cam's mum
What do
is
you
like,
mean?
has been, they're staying in like a suite. So when you stay in a
Okay.
suite, you get specialist treatment. Like
Okay.
it is incredible what you get. Anyway, Cam's mum's like very talk to anybody.
Yes.
So they've been, one of the people that were on the dinner table deemed them the king queen of the cruise.
Oh
So
my
she's
God.
like Queen Jo of the cruise. and she's been getting all these free things. Anyway, it's so funny. So I said to Cam, right, we're going on holidays. The standard's set. Like Queen Jo is going to expect a level of like hospitality we can't provide. So I was like, we have to get her a crown and like we'll have to teach Amelia to be a butler. Yeah. Anyway, it's so fun. I can't wait to like go on a road trip, to be honest. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited to go to Merimbula.
Yeah.
Like we've booked a holiday and finally it's been too bloody long, I tell you.
It's going to be the best.
Very excited.
All right. Well, we will talk to everybody soon.
Yeah. DM us. We love getting messages. Nothing too deep.
Also, I just want to actually, speaking of DMs, we did get an email, which I touched on in our stories last week about grad years and stuff. And I just would like to acknowledge one of our listeners who lost her daughter at the end of the year, and she sent the most amazing email. She's been a nurse for 30 years and her daughter was an RN doing her mid. She took her own life at the end of the year, and I just want to reiterate to everybody that our DMs are always open, and that if you need any help or any conversations, that you can always reach out to us, and that there's always someone like who's there, regardless if you think no one's going through it or whatever. Someone will be there, even if it's like our DMs or any of the other.
And we've both been in, situations like we've both been in dark places, and we've both had different experiences with mental illness, and like it's, if you don't talk
even
about it,
Lifeline. I mean, you use Lifeline.
Yeah, I did.
So we'll put some links in our show notes, but I just wanted to acknowledge the email that we received, and that there's always a light at the end of the tunnel, even if you don't think that there is.
Yeah, even if you can't see the future, even if you can't see a future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we hope that everybody has a really great year, because we're gonna
have a great year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a bit of a sad note to end on, but I just wanted to acknowledge that.
And get that out there.
Yeah, and we hope that everybody is doing really well, and we look forward to the year ahead.
And we do appreciate all those emails that we get.
Yeah.
And it prompts discussion between me and Kelly as well. Like we'll go, did you see that email? And like have a chat about that, and it took a bit of processing on your behalf. You caught it before me. That email. It
actually caught me really off guard.
Yeah.
And it did make me very emotional, and I just felt so sad that this, young nurse who had a whole life ahead of her, who was doing study for something that she absolutely loved, just felt that there wasn't any reason to keep going. And I think that I struggled to process that, and I can't imagine how her family feels. So, I just please always.
And you never know what's going on with people under the surface.
Absolutely
as
not.
Well.
Yeah. So just always assume that, there's more happening than what you can see. Like Instagram's a highlight reel.
Yeah.
And, there's always more to the story.
Absolutely. Well, thanks again for listening. We've got a lot of interesting stuff coming up. We've got some kind of dark stuff, some grief stuff, some interviews, some more weird and wacky and wonderful. We're really excited about this year.
It's going to be good. So we will talk to you all later.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram, or send us an email, hello@twохumorousnurses.com.
Yep. And we will talk soon.
Bye.
Bye.